What if your life isn't asking you to be someone different, but to become more fully yourself? And what if we've just kind of forgotten who we are? One of the patterns I notice across many of the wisdom traditions, religions, is the idea that life isn't just happening to us. It's an invitation to let something deeper move through us. For me, that's the divine, right? God, spirit, universe, Allah, source, many different names. And I wonder if that's why each of our lives are so unique. None of us have the same story, the same, heartbreak, victory, failure, repeated failure, healings, repeated healings. None of us have the same perspective. It's almost as if those experiences become the prism through which the light shines and creates this very textured fabric reality that we live in. And I feel like you can see it in your favorite artists, especially I think music, because that's verbal, that's vibrational, that's beats, that's rhythms. Musicians, writers, architects, whatever, painters. It's like the very wounds or the very story perspective wound that kind of made us potentially want to hide from the world, turn into those places of compassion, creativity, and wisdom, and as they begin to flow. And that gives me, that gave me pause when I thought about that. I was on a ride this morning because it means that no one's disqualified from this. The light isn't reserved for this select few. It's available to all of us. We create through our experiences this unique prism that allows the light to shine through. And the question isn't whether or not it's there. It's, for me, like, what am I doing? What am I holding on to keep it from flowing? Like, what story am I holding on to? Maybe that's where, resistance can be expensive, versus the flow. Not because, we're being punished, but more because when we resist who we truly are, it takes an incredible amount of energy. So don't take my word. I mean, that's just my experience. I feel like today what I did, and spend a few minutes today, just simply ask yourself, where in my life am I resisting that energy flow? And just listen, see what comes up. You might be surprised. Until next time, take one breath with your hand on your heart and try to remember who you are.